We're speaking about dealing with pandemonium and challenges. How do you do it? It's so hard when you're in a relationship where someone is tearing you to pieces, when you have health problems where you can't move, you're so sick you can't move, when your children are doing things which you are so upset at what's going on. It might be leaving the fold, it might be choosing a path of life which is very, very not what we would have wanted, right? When our finances are going terrible, we're losing money left and right. We don't know where our next dollar is going to come from. We have the situations. How do you do it? How do you deal with these circumstances? So I'll tell you a secret that I learned from my teachers. You must have a teacher. You must have a mentor. You must have a guidance because we are too small to deal with these situations. Number one. Number two is a person is no ge'eh b'davar. A person is no ge'eh b'davar. He sees things through his own eyes and his own perspective, right? In order to successfully navigate the situation, right, a person has to have somebody who is outside of him. As the Gemara says, Ein achavish matters atzum beis yisurim. A prisoner can't get himself out of jail because he's locked in. In the words of David Melech, Hotzia mi masker nafshi lo shmecha. We're all b'masker nafshi. We're all in the box of ourselves. And it's very, very difficult when in the box of ourselves to navigate these tests. If a person has a Rav, right, that can guide him through this challenge of life, then he'll be able to deal with the pandemonium in a much, much more relaxed and sophisticated and intellectual and elevated manner. So Mesilas Yesharim gives a wonderful analogy. I remember when I was 8 or 9 years old, my parents took us to England. We went to Hampton Court, and they have one of ththese mazes that are made of bushes. And I remember getting stuck there and crying, please get me out of here. I have no idea where I'm going. Says the Mesilas Yesharim, right? How do you navigate this maze, life, which is like one of these mazes? He says, in the castle, there is higher balconies where the person standing in that balcony can say, make a right, make a left, go this way, go that way, right? The person there can help you. And these people say, the Mesilas Yesharim, these are chachamim. These are the very smart rabbanim or rebbitzins or even friends, older person, whoever it might be, wherever you take it as a guide and mentor in life. And of course, the greater their level of Torah erudition, the more they'll be able to help you in a Torah-dic fashion, right? I know for me, when Reb Revda was alive, I wouldn't move a finger, make a major decision without speaking to him, right? And same was true when my Rav was Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach and Rav Shlomo Safrani, the three Shlomos that I was zocheh to have as part of my life, right? When I would try not to make a move without speaking to them, a major decision in my life, because Chacham Shleimah has guided me through my life, and I advise everyone: find the Talmud Chacham. If you're a woman, find a Rebbitzin who you can relate to, or a Rav who has time to speak to. Find such a person and bring your major issues in life to that person. They will help you make order from chaos. They'll help you to get out of to be able to navigate your pandemonium, just like the person myself when I was 9, stuck in this maze. I was crying. I didn't know where to turn. Right? It says in Mesilas Yesharim, look for that person who's on the balcony who could see everything and can help you navigate and guide the situation. This is really the secret to really being successful in the challenges that life throws at us. So it's not easy. A rav. A person has to make a rav. Right? I was talking to a young man the other day. He's not so young. He's 30, and he has difficult challenges in life. And I was telling him, you have to find a rav. You have to make a rav. You have to make a rav. And I did such a good job convincing him. He said, I want you to be my Rav, Rabbi Travis. I said, okay, look, if you make that choice, then I'm here for you. So we all have to try and make that choice. And it's aseilich a Rav. You have to make a Rav. First, when you're looking for a Rav, you have to find the person you connect to, the person who sees life like you see life, the person who can listen One of the most important parts of being a Rav is to be able to listen carefully and hear what the other person is saying, and to give them direction based on what they're saying, not based on what you're saying. As when I went to start my kollel, I spoke to a very chashuva Rav Reuben Leuchter, and he says to me, because he's Swiss, he says, "Why do you want to start a kollel, Rabbi Travish?" I said, "Because I want to give. I want like this. I want to give." He said, Rabbi Travish, this is your first mistake. He said, "We don't give like this." He said, "We give like this." Meaning, you don't try to put your thoughts onto someone else. You try to take their thoughts and try to guide them and understand them. Chanoch l'nar al pi darko, and we're all nar. We all need someone to guide us al pi darko. Hashem should all help us find that Rav or Rebbetzin who can guide us and help us get through the pandemonium of life. Amen. Came to Ratzon.